Jonathan. Yes. I remember you're the most feminist, vicious form of animal life I ever knew.
Oh, now don't you two boys start flirting again the moment you see one another.
Don't worry, there's not going to be any fight. Jonathan, you're not welcome here. Get out.
Dr. Reinstein and I have been invited to stay.
Not in this house.
Well, for tonight.
Oh, but I don't want them anywhere near me.
But we did invite them for tonight. It wouldn't be very nice to go back on our word.
All right, tonight. The first thing in the morning now. Now, where are they sleeping?
But we put them in Jonathan's old room.
Well, that's my old room. I'm sleeping there. I'm here to stay.
Oh, Mortimer, we're so glad.
Johnny, we sleep down here.
You bet your life you sleep down here.
You sleep over there on the floor, and I sleep on the window seat.
The window seat? The window seat? Let's sleep on the window seat.
You know, Johnny, all this argument, it makes me think of Mr. Spinoza.
Spinoza! Well, now, Mortimer, it really isn't necessary to inconvenience you like this. We'll sleep down here.
Jonathan, your sudden consideration for me is very unconvincing.
Hey, Johnny, come on, we go get our things out of the room now, huh?
You know, Doctor, I've completely lost track of Mr. Spinoza.
Who's this Mr. Spinoza?
Oh, just a friend of ours Johnny's been looking for.
I don't bring anyone else in here.
It's all right, Johnny. While we pack, I tell you all about it.
Mortimer, you don't have to sleep down here. I can go in with Martha and you can have my room.
No, it's fine. I'm sleeping down here tonight.
Oh, it's no trouble at all, Hopkins. We'll get packed, and then you can have that real Mortimer.
You're wasting your time. I said I'm sleeping down here tonight.
Oh, Mortimer,
Oh, what's the matter with you, dear?
I've almost been killed.
You've almost been happy, Martha.
It was Jonathan. He mistook him for a sneak thief. Oh, no, it was more than that. He's some kind of maniac.
Oh.
Mortimer, I'm so afraid of him.
You're trembling. You haven't got any smelly salts.
No, but perhaps it's hot tea or coffee or...
A coffee, yes. Make some for me, too. And some sandwiches. I haven't had any dinner yet.
We'll make some for both of you. Martha, we can leave our hats downstairs here for now.
We're going somewhere, right? You know what time it is? Nearly after 12. What? 12? Okay, you gotta go home. You can't stay here tonight.
Well, we're gonna make some sandwiches for you both. It won't be a minute. Why don't you remember we were going to celebrate your engagement? That's what we'll do, dear. We'll make a nice supper for you both, and we'll open a bottle of wine. Woo!
All right. No wine!
What is going on in this house?
What do you mean, what's going on in this house?
Well, you were supposed to take me to dinner in the theater tonight. You called it off. You asked me to marry you. I said I would, and 5 minutes later you tried to throw me out of the house. Well, tonight your brother tries to strangle me and you want to chase me home? Listen, Mr. Brewster, before I go home, I want to know where I stand. Do you love me?
Darling, I love you very much. In fact, I love you so much, I can't marry you.
Have you suddenly gone crazy?
I don't think so, but it's just a matter of time. See, insanity runs my family. It practically gallops. That's why I can't marry you, dear.
Now you've got to do better than that.
No, there's a strange taint in the Brewster family. It's what you expect if Steinberg had written Hell's a Papa.
Now, just because Teddy's a little crazy doesn't mean that...
It goes way back to the first Brewster. You know, in those days, they used to scalp the Indians. He used to scalp them all. Take my grandfather. He tried his patent medicines out on dead people. Be sure he didn't kill them.
Yeah, but it wasn't so crazy. I mean, he did make $1 million.
There's Jonathan. You know Jonathan. You said he was a maniac. He tried to kill you.
But he's your brother, not you. I'm in love with you.
And then there's Teddy. You know Teddy. He thinks he's Roosevelt. No, dear, no. Brewster should marry. I know now. If I had met my father at the time, I'd stop him.
Well, all this doesn't prove you're crazy. I mean, look at your aunts. They're Brewsters, aren't they?
Yeah, they have their peculiarities.
Well, yes, but what lovely peculiarities. I mean, kindness, generosity, or human sympathy.
There's another one. I'm not going to. Now, you gotta run along home. Something's just come up.
Where? We're here alone together.
Just take it down to the fact that I'm a mad Brewster. Now you run along home, Elaine.
Well, if you think you're gonna get out of this by pretending you're insane, you're crazy. Maybe you're not going to marry me, but I'm gonna marry you. I love you, you dope.
Well, if you love me, you'll get the hell out of this house.
Well, at least take me home, won't you? I'm afraid.
Afraid? A little walk through the cemetery?
Will you kiss me goodnight?
Sure, darling, of course. Good night, can I call you some day, too? Hey, Abby, Aunt Martha, come in here.
Oh, we'll be in a minute, dear.
Come in here now.
Yes, dear. Where is he?
I thought you promised me to not let anyone in this
Oh,
house.
well, Jonathan just walked in.
I'm not talking about Jonathan.
And Dr. Einstein.
I'm not talking about Dr. Einstein. Who's that in the window seat?
We told you, Mr. Hoskins.
It is not Mr. Haskins.
Who can that be?
Hey, try to tell me you've never seen this man before?
I certainly am. Why, this is a fine house you do. It's getting so anyone thinks he can just walk into this house.
This is another one of your gentlemen.
Mortimer! How can you say such a thing? Why, that man's an imposter. And if he's come here to be buried in our cellar, he's mistaken.
You been putting Mr. Hoskins in the window seat?
Yes, I did.
Well, you could have gotten an idea from Mr. Hoskins. By the way, where is Mr. Hoskins?
He must have went to Panama.
Oh, very good.
Oh, no, not yet. He's just down there waiting for the services, the poor dear. We haven't had a minute while Jonathan in the house. Oh, my. We have always wanted to hold a double funeral. But I will not hold services over a total stranger.
Now, Abby, how can I believe you admitted to poisoning the other 12 gentlemen down there?
Yes, I did. But you don't think I'd stoop to telling a fib? Martha! Martha!
Oh, Mortimer, I would like to have a word with you.
A word's about all you got time for, Jonathan, because I've decided it's time for you and Dr. Einstein to get out.
I'm glad you recognize the fact that you and I can't live under the same roof. But you arrived at the wrong solution. Take your suitcase and get out!
Jonathan, you're beginning to bore me. You spent your one-night stand in Brooklyn, now move on!
My dear Mortimer, just because you graduated from the back fence to the typewriter does not mean that you've grown up. I'm staying, and you're leaving, and I'm leaving now!
You think I could be frightened? You think there's anything I fear?
I've lived a strange life, Mortimer, but it has taught me one thing, is to be afraid of nothing!
Martha! Martha, you just come and look and see what's in that window, please!
No, Abby! Abby, I owe you an apology. Jonathan was just about to leave, and he's taking Dr. Einstein and his cold companion with him. Jonathan, you're my brother. You're a Brewster. I'm gonna let you try to get away with the evidence and take it with you. Can't ask for more than that, now can you? All right, and I'll call the police.
Don't reach for that telephone! Are you still giving me orders after seeing what's happened to Mr. Spinalzo?
Also, I knew he was a foreigner.
Remember what happened to Mr. Spinalzo can happen to you, too!
Oh, Miss Abby.
Oh, Officer O'Hara, is there something we can do you for?
I just noticed the lights on, but there might be sickness in the house. Oh, you got company. I'm sorry I disturbed you.
No, come in, come in.
Yes, I know, Officer O'Hara. This is our nephew, Mortimer.
Ah, pleased to meet you.
And this is our other nephew, Jonathan.
Ah, pleased to make your acquaintance. Well, it must be nice having your nephews visit. Think we stay with you for a bit?
I'm staying. My brother Jonathan was just about to leave.
Say, haven't I seen you around here before?
Oh, I don't think so. And Jonathan hasn't been home for years.
Perhaps I've seen a picture of you somewhere.
I don't think so!
You better get out of here, Jonathan. Your things are packed anyway, aren't they?
Well, you only want to say goodbyes, so I'll be running along.
Oh, no. I'd like to stay until my brother goes. He's just about to leave.
I just dropped in to make sure everything was all right.
Oh, but we have some coffee waiting. You can join us.
I forgot the coffee.
Well, I better make some more sandwiches. I ought to know your appetite by now, Officer O'Hara.
Don't bother. I'm due to ring in a few minutes.
join us for a bit. My brother Jonathan was just about to go. Sit down. Have some coffee.
Say, haven't I seen a photograph of your brother around somewhere?
I don't think so.
He certainly does remind me of somebody.
Probably someone you've seen in the pictures.
I never go to the movies. I hate them. My mother says there's a bastards on.
Yeah, it's full of them. Your mother said that.
Yeah, she was an actress. A stage actress. Perhaps you heard of her. Peaches Latour.
Sounds like a name I've seen in the playbill. What's she playing?
Well, her big hit was Mutt and Jeff. Played for 3 years. I was born on tour, you know.
Oh, you were?
Yep, Sioux City, Iowa. I was born in the dressing room at the end of the second act, and mother made the finale.
What a trooper. I bet there's some story in that mother of yours. You know, I write for the theater.
You do? Say, you're not one of the Brewster's, a dramatic critic.
Yes?
Gee, I certainly had glad to meet you, Mr. Brewster. Well, you know, you and I are in the same line of business.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, I'm a playwright. This being on the police force is just temporary.
How long you been on the force?
12 years. I'm collecting material for a play.
I bet it's a honey.
Well, it ought to be. With all the drama I see being a cop, Mr. Brewster, you got no idea what goes on in Brooklyn.
I think I have.
Say, what time you have?
It's 10 after 1.
Oh, gee, I gotta be ringing in.
Oh, you can't do that yet. I'm not playing yours. I might be able to help you out.
But you would?
Yeah.
Say, it was great by walking in here. Here, sit down. I'll tell you the plot.
Oh, no. Oh, there you go, Jonathan. Good. You haven't got much time, you know.
Well, everything's just about ready. Oh, you're leaving, Jonathan. Goodbye. Goodbye, Dr. Einstein. Oh, Dr. Einstein, doesn't this case belong to you?
Yes, you can't go without everything, you know. It's nice meeting you, Officer Harrell. We'll talk some other time.
I'm not leaving now.
Why not?
Well, you just have to help me run my play, didn't you? You and I can run play.
But O'Hara, I'm not a creative writer.
I'll do the create. You just put words to it.
But O'Hara...
No, sir. I ain't leaving until I tell you the plot.
In that case, we'll be running along.
No, don't you try that. You can't leave without everything, you know. Now, Officer Harrell, it was a pleasure meeting you. I can wait.
I can wait. I've been waiting 12 years.
Oh, I'm so sorry I was so long.
Don't bring that in here. Would you like to join us in the kitchen for a bite to eat?
The kitchen? Oh, Jonathan's leaving. Oh, that's wonderful. Well, come along, Officer O'Hara. I'm sure you don't mind eating in the kitchen, Officer O'Hara.
And where else would you eat?
Goodbye, Jonathan. It was nice to have seen you again.
Jonathan, I'm glad you came back to Brooklyn because it gives me a chance to throw you out. The first one to go is your boyfriend, Mr. Spinazzo.
We can talk about it here, Mr. Brewster.
We're coming right out.
I should have known that you'd grow up to write a play with a policeman.
Get going. All 3 of you.
Doctor, this affair between my brother and me has got to be settled.
Now, Johnny, we've got trouble enough. Your brother gave us a chance to get away. What more could you ask
You don't
for?
understand. This goes back a good many years.
Now, Johnny, let's get going.
We're not going anywhere. We're sleeping right here tonight.
With the cop in the kitchen and Mr. Spinazzo in the window seat.
That's all he's got on us. We'll bring Mr. Spinello down and dump him in the bay. And then we'll come back up here. And if anybody tries to interfere...
Now, Johnny.
Doctor, you know what I mean by mine.
Yeah, when you make up your mind, you lose your head. Brooklyn ain't a good place for you.
Doctor!
Okay, we stick together. Someday we get stuck together. Well, if we're coming back, we've got to take these with us.
No, hide them in the cellar. Move fast! Spinalzo could go back the same way he came in.
Hey, Johnny, come quick.
What's the matter?
You know that hole in the cellar?
Yes!
We got an ace in the hole. Come on, I'll show you.
Jonathan? Jonathan? Jonathan!
Yes, Mortimer!
I told you to get out. Where have you been?
We're not staying. We are staying.
Oh, you are? You think so? You don't think I'll tell Officer Harrell what's in the window seat?
We're sleeping right here tonight.
Alright, just get rid of both of you at the same time. Also, Hannah, come in here.
If you tell O'Hara what's in the window seat, I'll tell him what's down in the cellar.
Zelda.
There's an elderly gentleman down there who seems to be very dead.
What are you doing down in the cellar?
What was he doing down in the cellar?
No thanks, man. They were fine. I read plenty.
So what are you going to say to O'Hara?
Say, Mr. Bruce, your aunt's want to hear the plot too. Should I get him in here?
Oh, no, Officer Hannah, we'll go over that some other time. You gotta be leaving now. You gotta ring in.
The hell will bring him in. I'll get your answer and he'll tell you the plot.
Not in front of all these people. Now you go on home and bring in and we'll go meet someplace private.
How about the back room of Kelly's?
Yes, wonderful, Kelly's. You ring in and I'll meet you at Kelly's.
All right.
Why don't you two go down to the cellar?
Oh, it's fine by me.
No! You gotta ring in first and we'll meet at Kelly's.
All right, but that'll only take a few minutes.
I'll ditch this guy and be back in 5 minutes. When I get back, I expect to find you two gone. Wait for me.
We'll wait for him, Doctor. I've waited a good many years for a chance like this.
We got him right where we want him. Did he look guilty?
Take the bag upstairs. Move fast.
Have they gone? Oh, we thought we heard somebody leave.
Just Mortimer, and he'll be back in a few minutes. Is there any food left in the kitchen? Dr. Einstein and I would enjoy a bite.
But you won't have any time. No, if you're still here when Mortimer gets back, he won't like it.
He'll like it. He's gotta like it.
Why don't you make us something to eat while we bury Mr. Spinozzo in the cellar?
No! He can't stay in our cellar, Jonathan. No, you're just gonna have to take him with you.
There's a friend of Mortimer's downstairs waiting for him.
A friend of Mortimer's?
Yes, Mr. Spinozzo and him will get along fine together. They're both dead.
Oh, he must be Mr. Hoskins. Oh, yes.
Mr. Hoskins.
You two know what's down in the cellar.
Of course we do. And he's no friend of Mortimer's. He's one of our gentlemen.
Your gentleman?
And we won't have any strangers buried in our cellar.
But Mr. Hoskins!
Mr. Hoskins is not a stranger.
Besides, there's no room for Mr. Spinozzo. The cellar's crowded already.
Crowded? With what?
There are 12 graves down there now.
12 graves!
And that leaves very little room and we're going to need it.
You mean you and Aunt Abby have murdered?
Murder? Certainly not. Why, it's one of our charities.
Why, what we've been doing is a mercy.
So you just take your Mr. Spinozzo out of here.
You've done that here in this house, and you buried them down there.
Johnny, we've been chased all over the world. They stay right here in Brooklyn and do just as good as you do.
What?
You got 12 and they got 12.
I have 13.
No, Johnny, 12.
13! There's Mr. Spinozzo, the first one in Johannesburg, 2 in London, 1 in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, 2 in San Francisco, 1 in Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix?
The filling station. 3 in Chicago, 1 in South Bend. That makes 13.
Oh, but you can't count the one in South Bend. He died of pneumonia.
He wouldn't have gotten pneumonia if I hadn't shot him.
No, Johnny, he died of pneumonia. He don't count.
He counts with me. I say 13.
No, Johnny, 12. You got 12 and they got 12. You ladies are just as good as you.
Oh, they are they? Oh, that's all right. All I need is one more, that's all. Just one more.
But here I am. make Teddy responsible for those, I can protect you, don't you see?
No, I don't see. And we pay taxes to have the police protect us.
I'll get that down in a minute.
Come along, Martha, we're going to the police.
All right. The police? You can't go to the police.
And why can't we?
Because if you tell the police about Mr. Spinozzo, they'll find Mr. Hoskins, and that might make them curious. And then they find the other 12 gentlemen.
Mortimer, we know the police better than you do. I don't think they pry into our personal affairs if we ask them not to.
But if the police found the 12 gentlemen, they have to report back to headquarters.
I don't think they'd bother. They'd have to make out a very long police report. And if there's one thing a policeman hates to do, it's to write.
You can't rely on that. The word might leak out, and you can't expect the judge and jury to understand.
Oh, Judge Coleman would.
We know him very well.
He always comes to church to pray, just before election.
And he's coming here to tea sometime. He's promised.
Oh, Abby, we really must speak to him again about that. His wife died a few years ago, and it's left him very lonely.
Look at it
No! I can't let you do this. I can't let you call the police over here, and you can't have Judge Coleman for tea.
You're not going to do something about Mr. Spinozzo. We are.
Oh, I'm going to do something, all right, but I want to do it my way. We may have to call the police later, but when we do, I want to be ready for them.
You've got to get Jonathan out of this house!
And Mr. Spinozzo, too!
He'll be out all right, but when... Just let me do this my own way. And when you go to bed, you look like Judith Anderson. Get out of those clothes.
Well, Abby, that's a relief, isn't it?
Yes, if Mortimer is really going to be doing something about this, it just means that Jonathan is going through a lot of unnecessary trouble. We better tell him. Oh, Jonathan! Oh, Jonathan! Oh, Jonathan! You may as well just stop what it is you're doing because it has to be undone.
It's all done. Did I hear Mortimer?
Well, it's going to have to be undone. You're all to be out of this house by morning. Mortimer's promise.
Oh, is that so? Well, in that case, you two run along to bed and have a pleasant night's rest.
Yes, come, Abby.
Good night, aunties.
Not good night, Jonathan. Goodbye. You're all to be out of this house by morning. Mortimer's promise.
And he's got a way of doing it, too.
Then Mortimer is back.
Oh, yes. He's upstairs here talking to Teddy.
Goodbye, Jonathan.
Goodbye, Jonathan.
But perhaps you'd better say goodbye to Mortimer.
Oh, you'll see Mortimer.
Oh, yes. I'll see Mortimer.
Oh, all right. It's all fixed up. Smooth like a lake. Nobody'd ever know they were down there. Oh, that bed's starting to feel good already. For 48 hours we didn't sleep. Come on, Shani, let's go up, yes?
You're forgetting, Doctor.
What?
My dear brother, Mortimer.
Johnny, tonight? We do that tomorrow or the next day.
No, tonight, now!
Johnny, please, I'm tired, and tomorrow I gotta operate.
Yes, Doctor, you're operating tomorrow. But tonight we take care of Mortimer.
Oh, please, not tonight, please. Please, Johnny, we go to bed now.
Doctor, look at me. You see it's going to be done, can't you?
Johnny? Yes, I can see. I know that look.
It's a little bit too late for us to dissolve our partnership.
Okay, we do it, but the quick way. The quick twist, like in London.
No, Doctor, this calls for something special. This calls for the Melbourne method.
Johnny! No, not that! 2 hours! And what? When it was all over, the fellow in London was just as dead as the fellow in Melbourne.
He had to work too fast in London. There's just no aesthetic satisfaction in it. No, but Melbourne! Melbourne!
Yes!
Ah! Now that was something to remember!
Remember? I wish I did. No, Johnny, not Melbourne, not me.
Yes, Doctor! Where are your instruments?
I won't do it, Johnny. I won't do it.
Get your instruments!
No, Johnny.
Where did you put them? Oh, yes. I hid them in the cellar. Where?
I won't tell you.
I'll find them!
Ah!
proclamation.
Secret proclamation? How unusual.
Japan must have known until it's signed.
Japan! I'll sign it right away, those devils! But what's that? To sign it in secret? Secret proclamation, you know. You wait here.
But at once, Mr. President.
I have to put on my signing coat.
You go now, yeah?
No, wait for something important.
Please, you go now.
No, Dr. Einstein. You seem like a nice enough fellow. Why don't you take some of my advice and get out of this house and just as far away as you can?
Trouble, yeah, you get out.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
I'm warning you. Get away quick.
Something's about to start popping around here any minute.
Listen, Johnny's in a bad mood, and when he's like this, he's a madman. Things happen, terrible things.
Jonathan doesn't worry me now.
Don't those plays you see teach you anything?
About what?
Well, at least people in plays act like they got sense. That's more than you do.
Oh, you think so? You think people in plays act intelligently? I wish you had to sit through some of the ones I had to. Take the long opus I saw tonight. In this play, there's a man who's supposed to be bright. He knows he's in a house full of murderers. He's even been warned to get out of the house. What do you think he does? He stays there. Now, is that what an intelligent person would do?
You're asking me.
He ought to be frightened. He ought to be on his guard. And the murderers ask him to sit down.
Oh, you mean like, won't you sit down?
Believe it or not, Adam was in there too.
And what did he do?
They sat down. Nope. And what do you think they used to tie him up with when he was sitting there?
What?
The curtain cord.
Oh, well, why not? A good idea. Very convenient.
A little too convenient. Why didn't they get you some imagination? The curtain cord?
And you didn't see him yet.
See him? All I had to do was turn around and take a look at the big lug. There he sat with his back to him. They say the critics are killing the theater, it's the playwrights that are killing the theater. So there he sat, the big dope. The man's supposed to be bright, just waiting to be trussed up and get out.
You were right about that fella. He wasn't very bright.
Now, Herbert, if you don't mind, we'll finish the story. I have been away 20 years, my dear brother, and never once in all that time were you out of my mind. When I was at Melbourne, I dreamed of you. When I landed in San Francisco, I felt a strange satisfaction. Suddenly I was in the same country with you. Now, Doctor, we get to work!
Oh, please, Johnny, the quick way for me.
Doctor, this really must be an artistic achievement. After all, we're performing before a very distinguished critic.
But Johnny!
Doctor!
All right, let's get it over.
All ready for you, Doctor.
Let's drink first. No, I gotta have a drink first. I can't do this without a drink.
Doctor, pull yourself together!
I gotta have something to drink. Oh, when we got here this afternoon, there was wine here, remember? Oh, where did she put that? Johnny, we got ourselves a drink. That's all there is. I split it with you. Oh, we both need a drink. Yes.
You're forgetting, Doctor, your manners. My dear Mortimer, I realize now it was you who brought me back to Brooklyn. Doctor, to my dear, dead brother. Damn it! He goes next! That's all! He goes next!
No, Johnny, not Teddy. That's where I stopped. Not Teddy.
We'll get to Teddy later.
Yeah, we don't get to him at all.
Now we have to move fast!
Yeah, Johnny, the big way.
Yes, Doctor, the quick way.
Hey! Colonel's got a quick blowing at horn.
It's all right, officer. We're taking the bugle away from him.
There's gonna talk with him. Where are the lights at? Hey, you stood me up. I waved the back when Kelly went out for you. What happened to him?
Oh, he was just telling us about the play he saw. That's what happened to the fella in the play.
Did they have that to play you saw tonight? They practically stole that from the second act of my play. Why, in the second act of my play, I better begin at the beginning. All right. It starts off in my mother's dressing room, where I was born. Only I wasn't born yet. Oh, yeah. No, you gotta hear the plot. All right. There she is making up, see? When all of a sudden, a man walks through the door with a mustache and he says, "Miss Latour, will you marry me?" You don't know she's pregnant. All right, there she is, lying across the table on lingerie. The chick's there over with a hatchet. I'm tied up, just like you are. The place is in infernal flames. It's on fire. When all of a sudden, in through the window comes Mayor LaGuardia. Hey, go easy on that. Remember who paid for it.
Well, I'm listening, ain't I?
How do you like it so far?
Well, it put Johnny to sleep.
Let him alone. If they ain't got more reasons than that, he don't get a drink. All right. 3 days later, I'm transferred and I'm under charges. Well, that's because somebody stole my badge. I'm walking a beat on Staten Island, 46th precinct, when it turns out the guy I'm following is really following me. Don't let anybody in. I see an abandoned building on the corner. I goes in.
It's cops!
I sit there in the dark and I see the door handle turn.
Johnny, it's cops! Cops!
Brace myself against the wall, I pull my gun and I say, "Come in!" Oh, hello, boys!
What the hell is going on here?
Oh, I've been right away, Mr. Moore Brewster. I'm just telling the plot.
Did you have to tie him up to make him listen?
Joe, you better report at the station. Whole force is out looking for you.
Did they send you for me?
We didn't know you was here.
We came to warn the old ladies that there's hell to pay. The colonel, he blew his bugle again in the middle of the night.
From the way the neighbors have been calling about it, you think the German dropped the bomb on Flatbush Avenue.
Lieutenant's on the warpath. He says the colonel thought he put away someplace.
Yes!
Gee, Mr. Brewster, I gotta get going, so I just went through the third act quick.
Get away from me!
Say, you know what time it is? It's after 8 o'clock in the morning.
It is? Gee, Mr. Brewster, those first two acts were a little long, but I don't see anything we can leave out.
You can leave it all out!
Who the hell is that guy?
That's my brother.
Oh, the one right away. So we came back?
Yes, he came back.
This is Brokey getting Mac. You better let them know we found you, Joe. Mac, tell the lieutenant he can call for big manhunt. Yeah, we got him. Yeah, in the Brewster house. You want us to bring him in? All right, I'll come right here. Yep, I'll go. Lieutenant's on his way over.
So I've been turned in, eh? All right, you got me. And I suppose that you and a stool pigeon brother of mine will split the reward.
Reward?
Now I'll do some turning in. You think my aunts are sweet and charming and lovely old ladies, do you? Well, there are 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
Teddy! Teddy! Teddy!
What the hell are you talking about?
You better be careful what you say about your aunts. They happen to be friends.
I'll show it to you. I'll prove it to you. You, come to the cellar with me.
Hey, wait a minute.
13 bodies, I'll show you where they're buried.
Oh, yeah?
Don't you want to see what's down in the cellar?
Go down to the cellar.
I'm not sure I want to be down in the cell with this guy. Look at this Bruce. He looks like Boris Carlos. Get him going. Hey, what do you know about that?
Come in!
What the hell are you men doing? I told you I was going to handle this.
Well, sir, we was just...
What happened to him? Did he put up a fight?
No, sir, this isn't the fellow that moves the bugle. This is his brother. He tried to kill Klein.
guys ain't gonna read the circulars we put up at the station, you might as well check out True Detective. Of course he's wanted somewhere. In Indiana, he escaped from a prison for the criminal insane. He was a lifer. Look at him. That's how he was described. He looks like Karloff.
Is there a reward, Major?
Yeah, and I'm claiming it.
He was trying to get us down in the cellar.
He said there was 13 bodies buried down there.
Ooh, 13 bodies in the cellar. That didn't tip you off he belongs in a nut house.
I thought you talk kind of crazy.
Oh, it's William Shakespeare. Where you been all night? Don't bother telling me.
I've been right here, sir, writing a play. Mr. Mulder Brewster.
Writing a play? Well, we got plenty of time for that. You're suspended. Now get back to the station and check in.
Can I come by and use the station typewriter sometime?
No! Get out of here! Now, you two deal with this guy, would you? And, this guy too, huh? And see if you can find out something about his accomplice. You know, the guy that helped him escape! Oh, no wonder Brooklyn's in the state it's in with flatheads like you on the force. Falling for that story. 13 bodies in the cellar.
Well, there are 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
Who are you?
President Roosevelt.
What the hell is this?
He's a bell that blows a bugle.
Good morning, Colonel.
Colonel, you blow your last bugle.
Oh my, another yellow fever victim.
What?
Well, all the bodies in the cellar are yellow fever victims.
No, sir, this is a spy that caught in the White House.
Spy? Spy? Well, as President of the United States, I'm head of the Secret Service. I examine all spies. Bring him into the kitchen.
You stay out of this.
Let's go. Onward.
Captain, I'm Mortimer Brewster.
Are you sure?
I'd like to talk to you about my brother, Teddy. You know, the one who blew the bugle.
No, we ain't talking about that, Mr. Brewster. He is going today.
I quite agree with you. In fact, the commitment paper's all signed. I got it signed by Dr. Gilchrist, our family physician. Teddy signed it, and I signed as next of kin.
Where's he going?
Happy Dale.
Well, I don't care where he goes, just as long as he goes.
Yes, I just want you to know that Teddy's responsible for everything that's happened here. Now, those 13 bodies in the cellar.
Yeah. Those 13 bodies in the cellar. It ain't bad enough that he's terrifying the neighbors and disturbing the peace with all that bugle blowing. But now he's gonna start a yellow fever scare. Cute, ain't it?
Oh, 13 bodies in the cellar. Think anybody believe that?
Well, you never know. People are just dumb enough. There was this guy one time over in Greenpoint. He started a murder rumor. And we had to dig up a half-acre lot just to make sure that...
Oh, hold on a minute, will you?
Well, good morning, Mortimer.
Good morning, Elaine.
This is Mr. Witherspoon. He's coming to meet Teddy.
To meet Teddy?
Yes, Mr. Witherspoon is the superintendent deputy.
Oh, come in, come in. Hey, I would like you to meet Captain...
Lieutenant Rooney. I am glad you're here, Superintendent. Listen, this guy has got to go. Today.
Well, not today.
Oh, listen, Elaine, I got a lot of business to attend to. Why don't you run along home? I'll call you up tomorrow.
Not some.
I had no idea there was this meeting.
Oh, no, the papers are signed. He has got to go.
Complete insubordination. I will have you men know that I am no mollycoddle. Can you imagine when the President of the United States is treated in this manner?
There's your man, Doc.
Just 1 moment. President, I have some good news for you. Your term of office is over.
Is it March 4th?
Practically.
Well, let's see. I must be getting ready for my trip to Africa. Yes! Is he trying to move in before I move out of the White House?
Who, Teddy?
Taft!
No, this isn't Taft. This is Mr. Witherspoon. He used to be your guide in Africa.
Oh, bully, I say, bully. We'll get started at once. Let me go get my equipment. If the safari comes, you tell them to wait here. And Daddy and Martha, it is wonderful. I'm going to begin my hunting trip to Africa.
Good morning, darling.
Oh, we have visitors.
Yes, this is Lieutenant Rooney.
Hello, ladies.
Lieutenant! My, you don't look like the first budget the policemen say that you are.
Well, the lieutenant's here because, well, Teddy, he blew his bugle again last night.
Yes, we were going to speak to him again about that.
It's a little more serious than that, ladies.
Oh, and this is the superintendent of Happy Now, Mr. Witherspoon.
Oh, Mr. Witherspoon, how do you do?
You've come
No, he's come to take him.
Look, please want Teddy to go today.
Not while we're alive.
Oh, yes, ladies. The papers are signed. He is going with the superintendent today.
We won't permit it. We promise to take the bugle away from him.
We won't be separated from Teddy.
Ladies, the papers are signed. The law is the law. He is out the door today.
Well, if he goes, we're going too.
Yes, you will have to take us with him.
Well, why not?
It's sweeter than we want to go, but it's impossible. I mean, we can't take sane people at Happydale.
Mr. Witherspoon, if you will allow us to live at Happydale with Teddy, we will see that it is in our will, and for a very generous amount.
The Lord knows that we could use the money, but I mean, I'm afraid.
Let's be realistic, ladies. Here I am wasting my whole morning when I got serious work to do back at the station. I mean, there are still murders that gotta be solved in Brooklyn.
Yes! Oh, are there?
Yes, well, it's not bad enough that he's starting to scare off the neighbors with the bugle blowing and that yellow fever scare, but now your nephew is telling everybody that there's 13 bodies down in the cellar.
There are 13 bodies in our cellar.
If that's why you think Teddy needs to go away, you just come down to the cellar with us and we'll show you.
There's one, Mr. Spinalzo, who doesn't belong here, who will have to leave. But the other 12 are our gentlemen.
I don't think the lieutenant wants to go down to the cellar with you. He was just telling me about how last year they had to dig up a half-acre lot because of some rumor scare. Isn't that true?
That's right.
Oh, you wouldn't have to dig here. The graves are all marked. We put flowers on them every Sunday.
Flowers. Well, you got room for him, superintendent? What do you say?
Well,
Oh, you just come along with us, and we'll show you the graves.
It's all right, darling. We trust you. We'll take your word for it. Come on, Sue. What do you say?
they'd have to be committed.
Teddy committed himself. Can't they commit themselves? Can't they sign the papers?
Yes.
Well, we can sign the papers and go to Teddy. Where are they?
Yes, where are they?
He's going around, Lieutenant.
Good morning, Mr. Clyde.
Good morning, Mr. Klein. Are you here too?
Yeah, for all you and me, I've got your all the nephew out in the kitchen.
Listen, superintendent, get them papers signed. I want to clear this up today. 13 bodies are gonna...
I think you'll sign right here, please.
And right here, Aunt Abby.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to going. The neighborhood here has changed so.
Just think of front lawn again.
Actually, we're overlooking something.
What?
Well, we're going to need the signature of a doctor.
Oh. Oh! Einstein! Would you join us for a minute?
Oh, no, please, I must get going.
At one point last night, I thought the doctor was going to operate on me. No, we just need to sign some papers right here.
Were you leaving, Doctor?
I think I must go.
Aren't you going to wait for Jonathan?
I don't think we're going to the same place.
Oh, Elaine, I didn't even notice you right here. Cinderella!
Don't worry, I'm going to.
Hey, Matt. Hey, it's me, Rudy. Listen, we caught the guy that's wanted in Indiana. Oh, there's a description of his accomplice on the desk there. Read it to me. 5'4", 5'6", brown hair, brown eyes, speaks with a German accent, pretends to be a doctor. Thanks, Matt.
It's all right, Lieutenant. The doctor here's actually just completed the signatures.
Oh, yeah? You're doing a big favor for Brooklyn, Doc.
Yes.
If you'll please sign here as next to kin.
Oh, right here? That makes everything complete? Everything legal?
Yes.
Oh, aunties, now you're safe.
And what were you ladies thinking you were wanting to start?
Oh, well, Mr. Witherspoon, why don't you go upstairs and tell Teddy just what he can take along?
Upstairs?
I'll show you.
Oh, no, Mortimer. We want to speak with you. Yes, Mr. Witherspoon, just go right upstairs and turn to the left.
Well, Mortimer, now that we're leaving, this house really is yours.
Yes, Mortimer. We want you to live here now.
I don't think that's going to be happening. There's too many memories.
But you need a hope that you and Elaine are married.
Darling, that's very indefinite.
Oh, it's nothing of the kind. We're going to be
We don't want anything to go wrong. Will they investigate those signatures?
And they're not gonna look up Dr. Einstein.
It's not his signature, dear. It's yours. You see, you signed as next of kin.
Of course, why not?
Oh, we can't. Well, dear, it's something we never wanted to tell you, but you're a man now, and it's something Elaine ought to know too. You see, dear, you're not really a Brewster. Your mother came to us as a cook, and you were born about 3 months afterwards. She was such a sweet woman and such a good cook, and that we didn't want to lose her, so brother married her.
You mean I'm not a rooster?
Now don't feel so badly about it, dear. And Elaine, it won't make any difference to you.
Do you hear that? Do you understand, lady? I'm a son of a cook. I'm a bastard!
Well, I better see about breakfast. Don't even bother, darling. Mortimer, you're going to come over to my house. Father's gone to Philadelphia, and you and I are going to have breakfast together.
Well, that's wonderful. I could use some coffee. I've had a long night.
Oh, well, in that case, I think you want to get to bed.
I do.
One moment, Witherspoon. Take this with you.
Don't bother calling the wagon. I got my car out in front.
Oh, you're leaving now, Jonathan.
Oh, yeah, he's going to Indiana where people are going to take care of him for life.
Jonathan, it's nice to know you've got someplace to go.
We're leaving too.
Yes, we're going to Happydale.
The house is seeing the last of the Brewsters.
Unless Mortimer wants to live here.
I have a suggestion to make. Why don't you donate this property to the church?
Oh, we never thought of that.
After all, it really should be a part of the cemetery.
Come on, I'm a busy man. Let's go.
Well, goodbye, aunties. I can't better my record now, but neither can you. And at least I have the satisfaction. The score stands even. 12-12.
Jonathan was always such a mean boy. Never could stand to see anyone get ahead of him. I wish we could show him he isn't so smart. Mr. Witherspoon, does your family live with you in Happydale?
Oh, I have no family.
Oh, well, I suppose you consider everyone in Happydale your family.
I'm afraid you don't understand. As head of the institution, I have to remain rather aloof.
That must make it very lonely for you.
It does, but my duty is my duty.
Oh, well, if Mr. Witherspoon won't join us for breakfast, I think the least we can do is offer him a glass of elderberry wine.
Elderberry wine?
We make this ourselves.
Yes. Now, of course, at the institution, our relationship will have to be much more professional, but here, elderberry wine. I don't see much good around nowadays. Thought I'd had my last glass.
Oh, no, here it is.
Alright, that concludes today's show.